Jackets.
There you go.
All right, for the Clinton Yellow Jackets, their leading carrier is number 23, Lynn. We don't have his name, but he has 2 carries for 36 yards. Nick Epley, 7 for 12. They have 64 yards on the ground. Only 1 out of 6 passing for the Clinton Yellow Jackets, and that was that one 32-yard touchdown pass. So 64 yards on the ground, 32 through the air, 96 total yards for the Yellow Jackets. For the Ricebirds, Cedric Hawkins, 9 carries for 48 yards. Daniel Poole has 5 for 18 and a touchdown. Jaden Strange has 1 for 10. Tymer Coppins, 5 for 35. Tymer Coppins is 7 out of 10 through the air, 118 yards and 1 touchdown. Cameron Harper has 1 catch for 10. Jaden Strange, 2 for 20. Cedric Hawkins, 2 for 34. Levante Clark, 1 for 6. And Kendrick Hawkins, 1 for 48, and that did go for a touchdown. 111 on the ground, 118 through the air, 229 for the Ricebirds to 96 for the Clinton Yellow Jackets. And this first, not only the first possession in the third quarter is big, but the opening kickoff is going to be big here tonight.
No doubt about it, Brent. You called it. You know they're going to try an onside kick. Ricebirds fielded the one onside kick that they attempted in the first half, and then the Ricebirds, we didn't mention this, Brent, Ricebirds got the opening kick.
Yes,
an onside
kind
kick.
Of fooled them. You know, a lot of times, those teams that onside kick don't like an onside kick against them,
right?
You know, and they were not looking for it there. And Jack Hossman came up with the ball there, and the Ricebirds unable to score. However, pinned them back deep in their own end zone. So we're about underway here in the second half. Ricebirds with a 22-6 lead. They need to secure this onside kick here and try to get some more points on the board, because the Ricebirds have done, for the most part, Lynn, what we said that they needed to do, and that is get a lead against these, Yellow Jackets and try to force them to pass, which they don't like to do much.
No, they had a little success in the first half. Want to thank Bancorp. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I want to thank Southern Bancorp for their sponsorship of our halftime show. And I'm looking at their website, which is Bank Southern. So it's easy to get that backwards.
Yes,
but Southern Bancorp is our halftime sponsor, and we appreciate them so much. They're formerly Arkansas County Bank in both Stuttgart and DeWitt. But their website, banksouthern.com, is where you can get the information on them. And again, proud sponsors of our halftime. We're ready to start the second half, and the wind blows the ball off the tee. They try a little trickeration by showing 2 different kickers.
But if it keeps blowing off, they're going to have to
one of them is going to have to hold it.
That's right.
I think they let that happen twice, and then you have to hold it.
And then that's going to take away their little trickery there. And I believe that's what they're going to have to do now. After we see the officials talking to them.
Ricebirds lead the Clinton Yellow Jackets 22-6 as we get set to start the second half of action. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and we are glad to have you join us tonight for Ricebird football on this homecoming Friday.
Well, they are not sure of what they're doing a lot.
They have not. They have not practiced this scenario.
No,
you can tell.
They have not.
Moves up, puts his foot into it. A good kick is straight out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Yep.
And it didn't take a bounce or anything.
No,
it just
didn't.
went.
It just scooted. It scooted right out of bounds. Well, and that wet field probably has some play there. Just kind of
lubed it a little.
Yeah, it did. It just kind of skated right out of bounds. So the Ricebirds will
make them kick it again. Well, or are they going to?
I think I'd take the ball.
Take it at the 39.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, no need to take a chance on the team that loved onside kicked and got 2 just last week.
They were anticipating the Ricebirds having them re-kick it, though, because they went back and lined back up at the 40.
No, I don't think so. We'll take the ball.
Here come the Ricebirds. First down and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Here in the third quarter, they're moving against the wind. They're moving from the south to the north, from the right to the left on your radio dial. Quick handoff into the middle, starting left. Now cutting back right, and he is gone. I don't think they can catch him. Cedric Hawkins is going to take it 61 yards on the first play of the second half. Touchdown, Seahawks.
No flags on this play, so this one is not coming back for Cedric. And Lynn, how many times did he get a little start and stop there and a little stutter step, and he left 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets standing still, and then he turned on the speed, and number 7, Bannister, was back there, but he could not get a hand on him, and just an electric run for Hawkins, and the Ricebirds are on the board quickly.
Jack Hossman's on to attempt the PAT. Landon Melnichuk is the holder. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds, just like that, lead 29-6. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Looking for a new job to get you where you need to be? Cross that goal line with ease by contacting Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart. Feel like you're facing a fourth down and long in your job search? Express Employment Professionals can help you get the first down by making your job search easier with no cost to apply or find you a job. If your business is recruiting employees or hiring seasonal workers, don't throw a Hail Mary. Deal with Express Employment Professionals and score like never before. Your number one team is Express Employment Professionals, 1904 South Main, Suite 1 in Stuttgart. Call 870-672-4568 or go to expresspros.com.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Petrus with 2 locations, 19th and Main Street for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings on Highway 63 North for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's Petrus Auto Sales. Petrus, they got your transportation needs covered. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. 11:47 to go, third quarter. Jack Hossman puts his foot into it, gets that high bounce on an onside attempt, and it is recovered by the Clinton Yellow Jackets. But the Ricebirds, Cedric Hawkins, 61 yards on the first play of the third quarter, and the Birds up 29-6.
They had number 15 on the recovery there for Clinton. Boy, he took a hard hit, but give him credit. He held on to the ball, and Clinton will start their second half at the 44. No rain here. It doesn't look like right now.
No.
It's still a strong wind. It almost coming straight out of the north now, but no rain.
Here come the Yellow Jackets to the line. First down and 10 at their own 44-yard line, moving from the left to the right. Tobin, the quarterback, hands off, nothing doing. Ball carrier brought down.
Cade Coates was the first one in there that time. He got good penetration, and I believe that was 24 again. Davis on the carry. He's going to have maybe 2 yards, but that's it.
Second down, 8 coming up for the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets in white jerseys with dark blue numbers, very easy to see. The light gold pants, bright gold helmets, your Stuttgart Ricebirds in all maroon with white trim. Flying Bird logo on the left side of their helmet, jersey number on the right side. Here come the Yellow Jackets, misdirection, and oh my goodness, the Ricebirds are going to just bulldoze the ball carrier backwards.
Cameron Harper was in there, Lynn, and the guy that was blocking Harper tackled Harper.
Yeah.
That time, but Cameron still made the tackle.
Yeah.
He wrapped up Harper that time. And
Jackson Robinson back in there, too, from his linebacker spot, too, Brent.
Yeah,
and a loss of a couple, but, I mean, it was wicked looking. Here come the Yellow Jackets, quarterback behind center. And, I mean, he squats down so low, his rear end's barely off the turf. He's being chased out of the pocket. Now fires incomplete. Intended receiver, I believe, was number 7, Spencer Bannister.
Yep.
Good coverage out there by Briar West.
Yeah, Aiden Robinette was chasing around Tobin that time, forced him to get rid of it, and great coverage downfield by the Ricebirds. And this will bring up 4th down and 12 in a punting situation for the Yellow Jackets with the wind at their back. Cedric Hawkins going back deep. But I'm sure they will try to keep it away from Hawkins. They've been kicking it out of bounds tonight.
Punter's going to be standing back at the 33 and almost blocked again, but an end over end, it's going to go out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Ricebirds will have it. First down and 10, their second possession of the second half. Their first possession was a one-play, 61-yard drive by Mr. Cedric Hawkins.
Yeah, pretty good punt that time by the Yellow Jackets. Kind of
Very effective.
Yeah.
Wasn't the prettiest thing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't very high, but as you mentioned, end over end, and took a little roll down, so the Ricebirds will have it right at their own 20-yard line. 10-17 left here in the third quarter. The Ricebirds with a 29-6 lead.
Birds break the huddle on the sideline and go straight to the line of scrimmage on the field. They're going to send 3 wideouts to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Ricebirds moving from the south to the north into the face of the strong wind. They're headed towards the end that has the concession stand, for those of you familiar with Mosley Stadium. Tymer Coppins, the quarterback. Single back standing to his right. Coppins just going to keep it over the right side. Sidesteps one defender. Running room. He's in the clear. 30, 40, midfield. Put it on the scoreboard. Tymer Coppins is going to take it 80 yards. Touchdown, Ricebirds. I like these one-play drives.
Wow, 80 yards. Well, the Ricebirds had 3 receivers lined up to the near side. Briar West was in the backfield to Coppins' right. Tymer followed the block of Briar West, bounced it outside, and then once he got outside, you knew they were not going to run him down. 80 yards. The Ricebirds, 2 plays in the third quarter, 141 yards of offense.
That's pretty impressive. Jack Hossman on to attempt the PAT. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds stretch their lead 36-6 over the Clinton Yellow Jackets. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
The housing market is red hot, and interest rates are low. If you've considered selling your property but have questions first, call Sandra Brothers at Brothers Realty. You'll always get the best in real estate sales and service at the lowest prices in town. And rest easy knowing Sandra is doing all she can to market your listing. Call Brothers Realty at 870-659-4218 to get started. Browse listings online at brothers-realty.com and follow Brothers Realty on Instagram and Facebook to see Brothers Realty selling Stuttgart to you and for you.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, over Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC on 19th and Main, they have traded for a 2020 GMC Sierra 1500, the AT4 package, Carbon Pro edition with the kicker speakers in the tailgate. Oh, boy, what a way to go tailgating. It's just like new, 24,000 miles. You better see it before it's gone. That's Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC, 19th and Main in Stuttgart. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird football. Jack Hossman has it teed up, kicks it, drills it right down central, and bounces off the return man, and he chases it out of bounds. Clinton will have it at their own 27 or 8 yard line. Let's see where the official puts it down. And they still haven't set it down. Of course,
no.
The way the wind's blowing, they may want to hang on to it.
You couldn't ask for anything more.
Kind of reminded me of the start of the ball knob game a week ago,
Yes,
Brad.
yes, it does. That's right. Yep.
Here come the Clinton Yellow Jackets. Tobin's the quarterback behind center. Back to pass, looking, getting some pressure, chased out of the pocket. Still got it all, and he slips down at the 25-yard line. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play.
Yeah.
He looked around, I think he looked around and saw Levante Clark bearing down on him.
I think he thought that he could outrun Cameron Harper to the corner, but no, that was not going to happen, and he just kind of slid down there to avoid taking any kind of punishment.
Loss of a couple back to the 26-yard line. 9:26 to go, third quarter. Second down and a long 12, short 13 coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Shotgun formation with wide outs to the right. Back to pass, rolling to his right, looking, firing. Nice play defensively by Briar West, intended receiver number 23, but boy, Briar was all over him.
He was. He looked like he might have had his left arm kind of around the receiver, but boy, he reached out there with his right arm and knocked the ball down. So a nice play there. And as Tobin was under some heavy pressure again, it brings up 3rd down and 12.
He has been under heavy pressure.
He has.
The whole night that he's been behind center.
He has.
And I've said this a couple times. He practically disappears when he gets behind center.
He does. He did that last year too. I remember.
Yeah. But now he is in shotgun formation. The Ricebirds have taken him out of their game. He fires out in the flats, got his man complete out to the 30-yard line, well short of a first down.
It's going to be a gain of only about 5.
Landon Melnichuk defending. The receiver out there was Spencer Bannister, number 7 for Clinton. 4th down and 8 coming up now. Line of scrimmage is the Clinton 30-yard line.
It's like Nick Epley is back in there. I'm sure he'll drop back into his punting formation. No, that's 23.
He does a little hard count,
yes,
and then they bring the punter in. Boy, this is a dandy,
that
too.
Is a good
Goodness
one.
gracious. Cedric is going to get his hands on it at the 11. Comes back across 15, 20, and he's going to get across the 25 out to about the 27. About a 16-yard return for Cedric of a really good Clinton punt.
Yes, it was. They got up into the wind.
Wind aided.
Yeah, and yes, it was. And it just carried and had a pretty good return by Cedric, and the Ricebirds will start their 3rd possession here of the 3rd quarter, and they've only ran 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
8:14 to go, 3rd quarter. Ricebirds can get one more score and keep Clinton off the scoreboard, then we would have the mercy rule invoked.
Absolutely.
For the 3rd week in a row. Tymier Coppins, quarterback's got 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Sends Contavian Daniels in motion on a speed sweep, gives it to him. Turns the corner, 30, 35. Oh, a nice run by Contavian. Gets all the way out, about a yard short of a first down. It's going to have, gosh, right at 9 yards. Let's see where they set it. Now going to mark it back a little bit. 8 yards. Gets it out to the 36-yard line.
But a nice gain on first down on the speed sweep to Daniels.
2nd down and 2 for the Ricebird. Ball's on the far hash mark. Again, seeing Contavian Daniels in motion, and now a penalty marker kind of late coming in. And let's see.
False start.
False start against the Ricebirds. I did not see that one.
No.
Of course, I was watching Contavian in motion. And it's going to move the ball back after the penalty to the 31-yard line. Ricebirds have it on their own end of the field on the far hash mark.
This is going to be 2nd down. 2nd down at about 7.
Jaden Strange split wide to the left. Also out here is Joel Ledbetter. Contavian Daniels split wide to the right is Cedric Hawkins. Empty backfield for Tymier Coppins. They send Cedric in motion. Speed sweep, hand to him. He starts one way, cuts back. He's in the clear. 40, midfield, 40. They catch him at the 30. He breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Seahawk dives into the end zone, and he's going to get a flag for diving into the end zone.
Oh, well, when you make a run like that,
he can get
it's
that flag all day.
Absolutely. And what a run that time as Hawkins took the speed sweep from the far side to the near side. He didn't have anything on the near side. Completely stopped, cut it back to the far side, made several Yellow Jackets miss, and then outran one from the 20 on in.
And he got his hands on him.
Oh, he did. He grabbed his jersey, but he could not bring him down. So we have, 69 yards on that
69-yard touchdown to go with his 61-yard touchdown.
Yep. And he also has had 2 called back tonight.
Yes, he has.
Of course, the Ricebirds scored on one play, but right after that, one that he had called back. But just a fantastic game by Cedric Hawkins. Unless something crazy happens, I don't think it's going to be any surprise as to who our urgent care player of the game is tonight. Cedric Hawkins putting on a show here tonight for the homecoming crowd.
Jack Hossman on to attempt the PAT. Landon Melnichuk is the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds have evoked the mercy rule. They lead the Clinton Yellow Jackets 43-6. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Duck season is just around the corner, and whether you're in need of a new boat, a new motor, or just want your current one running, come see us at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Now in stock, we have Tohatsu 25 horsepower and smaller motors. You can shop us both in-store and online. From a hole in your boat to a whole new boat, let our certified marine technicians get you ready for that next great duck hunt. Come to Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart and shop online at maxpw.com. The hunt begins here.
And if you're hunting for a good game, the Stuttgart Ricebirds will give you one tonight as they lead the Clinton Yellow Jackets by a score of 43-6. The Ricebirds have scored 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter. And really, Brent, in about 5 minutes of the third quarter.
Yes, not much time of possession for the Ricebirds, but hey, when you're scoring on a one-play drive, you don't get much of that. But boy, what a third quarter for the Ricebirds as they have blown this game wide open, and as Lynn mentioned, now invoked the mercy rule.
I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you joining us tonight for Ricebird football. Jack Hossman has it teed up at the 25 after the penalty. Moves up, puts his foot into it, and he kicks this one right down central. Look at the wind catch it, Brent.
Yes, it did. It held it up.
Goes to the 35, back across the 40, 45, and close to midfield. Clinton's going to have pretty good field position. Number 22 on the return, Landon Rose for the Clinton Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, the wind just held that ball almost straight up in the air.
I'm telling you, it did. Golly. Strong wind out of the north, bringing the cooler temperatures here to the Grand Prairie. Going to be an absolutely gorgeous weekend, they say.
That's right. It is now 65 degrees here at Mosley Stadium with about a 20-mile-an-hour wind, I think.
And the Clinton Yellow Jackets better hurry up and snap it here before the third quarter runs.
Yes.
Clock's already down to 4:20.
Looks like they have another quarterback in, number 16.
Take going to hand off to number 1, and number 1 stood straight up and bent over backwards. Coulter Davis, I mean, nothing there. Ricebirds punish him. That Landon Melnichuk over there, along with Briar West.
Maybe a yard, a generous spot that time. They're going to give him 1 yard.
Kendrick Hawkins checks out, as does Briar West.
Yep. Probably see some reserves starting to filter in now for the Ricebirds.
We do. I see A.J. Higgins out there. A.J. plays a big role every Friday night.
Yes, he does on both sides of the ball.
Yes, absolutely. Number 51, Tank Hood out there for the Ricebirds.
Jack Hosman back in the safety position.
Quarterback takes, hands off to number 15, and once again,
Cade Coates. Yeah, Cade Coates that time wrapped him up.
A.J. Higgins out there as well.
That's going to be a loss of a yard, 2 yards on the plays.
Oh, and Cade comes up limping a little.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of working. It looks like he's working it off a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe a little cramp situation, maybe.
Yeah, could be. Kobe Bryant's going to check in.
He appears to be okay now. Third quarter, and the Ricebirds have just blown it open here. You know, we looked like a ball game at halftime. You know, a 22-6 game, and you know, Clinton was still very much in the ball game, but 3 long scoring touchdowns from the Ricebirds of 61, 69, and 80 yards have blown this game open, and the mercy rule now in effect. We will see some backups on offense. Landon Melnichuk in at quarterback, and we have Matthew Luster in at tailback.
Ricebirds have 3 wideouts to the left, single back standing to the right of the quarterback, Melnichuk. Take and hand to the back, and the running room across midfield into Yellow Jacket territory goes Matthew Luster for the Ricebirds.
He's going to have 6 on first down. Nice run by Luster. And we see number 30 checking in for the Ricebirds, Carson Konechny in the ball game.
Replacing Joel Ledbetter. Here come the Ricebirds to the line. Luster's going to be lined up to the right of Melnichuk. Prince O'Neill in motion from the left to the right. Hand to him on a speed sweep. Turning the corner, and not much there. Maybe about a half a yard. Let's just say, well, line of scrimmage is what they're going to say on Prince as he cut it right up into the beef of the line. And it's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 4 for the Ricebirds.
And the Ricebirds will not have to snap it again. That should be the end of the 3rd quarter.
13, 12, 11, 10, and that is. We've got 3 in the books from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Clinton Yellow Jackets 43-6 as we get set for the 4th quarter of action. We'll get started on that in 1 minute.
Baptist Health Medical Center Stuttgart is here to provide the care you need to keep you and your family growing strong. With services like cardiology, orthopedics, and women's health, we provide safe, expert care from the state's largest, most comprehensive health system. With advanced technology and an ER staffed by highly qualified, dedicated providers, we provide the rapid care you and your family can count on when it counts the most. Comprehensive services, knowledgeable caregivers, state-of-the-art technology, caring environment, Christian compassion. Baptist Health is here to provide amazing care. To learn more, visit baptist-health.com.
Redwoods fans, this is your coach, Butch Jones, and it's football time in Jonesboro. We can't wait to see you pack the vault for 6 home games this fall.
Hatcher steps up, going to keep it. Inside the 10, inside the 5 lane. Hatcher is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
Help us lock the vault. Secure your seat now. Visit astateredwoods.com or call 870-972-2781. Wolves up.
And we welcome you back to the 4th quarter of action where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Clinton Yellow Jackets 43-6. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us on this football Friday night. Homecoming here in Stuttgart, and they have entertained the crowd nicely here tonight. Landon Melnichuk in at quarterback as the Ricebirds looking at 3rd down 4. Hands to Matthew Luster trying to get in the line on the left side. Nothing doing. Great job out there by Jacob Hutto, number 34 for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to set up now 4th down and 4 for the Ricebirds from the Yellow Jacket 49-yard line.
Just underway in the 4th quarter, and it was all Ricebirds in the 3rd quarter. 3 touchdowns.
Jacob Hayes out there along with Kamarion Pickett. Ricebirds going to go for it here on 4th down and 4. Melnichuk looks, wants to pass, throws, and oh goodness, he had his man Carson Konechny,
Sure did.
and I think Carson might have took his eyes off the ball for just a second. Was hearing some footsteps from number 23, the defender, goes incomplete, and the Ricebirds turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from their own 49-yard line with 10:50 to go here in the 4th quarter, and the clock moving continuously.
Yeah, the defender that time cut in front of him there and might have just thrown off his eyesight just a little bit, and Carson unable to bring it in. Would have had the 1st down too, but just unable to bring it in.
Ricebird band really whooping it up on the track down here in front of us, along with the Ricebird cheerleaders. Rain continues to stay away. Yellow Jackets hand off over the right side. Running room and about 10 yards. Looks like it's going to be enough for a 1st down on the carry. Number 15, I believe.
Yes, he was not on our roster.
Jack Hossman on the stop for the Ricebirds from his D-back position. Moves the ball to the Ricebird 42-yard line. And it's going to be just a little bit short of a 1st down. I thought he had 10 yards, but he's got 9.5. 2nd down, about a half yard to go for the Jackets. Clock rolls under 10 minutes to go. Jackets break the huddle to the line. One wide out to the left. Everybody else in tight. Quarterback fakes. He's going to roll around the left side, and the Ricebirds wrap him up for a loss. How about number 62, Nikhil Bradley?
Oh, he was all over the quarterback that time. The quarterback was trying to roll outside, but boy, Bradley was on top of him. It's going to be a loss on the play. Loss of about 3 on the play.
Went from a half a yard to go now to a good 3.5 yards to go for a 1st down. Ball's back to the 45-yard line of the Ricebirds. Clinton breaks the huddle to the line. here in the fourth quarter. They're moving from the right to the left, from the south to the north. They've got the strong breeze in their face. Quarterback takes, hands off around the right side. Ricebirds string it out, turns the corner, and he's going to be short of the first down. Nice pursuit out there by the Ricebirds. He's going to be brought down a good yard short of a first down.
Yes,
fourth down and 1 coming up now for the Yellow Jackets.
Gain of only about a yard on the play.
Clock rolls under, 9 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ricebirds with a 43-6 lead. Birds set to move to 4-0 in conference. Clinton going to drop to 2-2 in conference, but still very much in the playoff hunt. Wide out to the left. Take, hand off the back. Running room and a first down over the left side. Brought down there by the Ricebirds, number 32, Xavier Hobbs. But not before the Yellow Jackets get a first down at the Ricebird 38-yard line.
Gain of about 4 on the play. That time for Landon Rose. And that will move the sticks for the Yellow Jackets. 8 minutes left and the clock rolling here in the fourth quarter.
Here come the Jackets to the line. Quarterback takes, hands off straight up the middle. Running room, number 1's got it, and he's dragging some Ricebird defenders. He's dragging Nikhil Bradley. Let me tell you what, that's showing some pretty good strength there. Number 1, Coulter Davis on the carry.
Yeah, he picked up 17 yards on that play. And they are just outside the red zone at the Ricebird 21.
Ball's on the far hash mark. Yellow Jackets moving from the right to the left on your radio dial for those listening on the radio. Again, a strong breeze in their face. Quarterback takes, hands off straight up the middle again. Ricebirds all over it. See Blaine Kittner there on top of it as well. The number 74, Caleb Barnard, in there for the Ricebirds.
Gain of about 6 on the play, maybe 6 or 7.
Moves the ball inside the 15-yard line to the 14. Second down and about 3 coming up for the Yellow Jackets. 6:45 to go in this one. Jackets driving deep into Ricebird territory. Quarterback behind center. Hands off to the left. Running room, heading toward the corner of the end zone. Is he in? He's close. Yes, touchdown. Clinton on the carry, number 1, Coulter Davis for 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
He takes it the final 14 yards. And that's 7 carries, 33 yards for Coulter Davis here in the second half. And the Yellow Jackets get their second touchdown of the night. 43-12 is the Ricebird lead now as they will line up and go for 2. Number 16, quarterback under center.
Hand off over the right side, easy into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good on that carry, Brent. I did not.
That was number 21 on the carry.
Caleb Ward on the carry.
Yes.
Caleb Ward's 2-point conversion makes the score 43-14. Ricebirds.
5:29 left in the clock rolling here in the fourth quarter of action. The Ricebirds with a 43-14 lead. And Lynn, the Ricebirds came out here in the third quarter. They left no doubt.
Absolutely. Ricebirds came out with the bit between their teeth in the second half. And you felt pretty good at halftime, but you also felt like, that they probably left some points on the board.
They did.
Off the board out there in the first half.
A lot of penalties in the first half for both teams. But then you feel that if Clinton could somehow come up with an onside kick here, then they're right back in the ball game.
Back in the ball game. Yep. That's exactly right.
But the Ricebirds did not let that happen here tonight.
Clinton's going to try the onside kick again with 2 different guys coming up. Number 20 is going to kick it, and he's going to promptly kick it out of bounds. One of the assistant coaches catches it on the Clinton sideline over there. So the Ricebirds will have it again at about the 40-yard line with a little over 4 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Some scoring updates from around the 2-4A. Southside 43-13 over CAC, and Lone Oak still up on Mills 21-6 now in the third quarter.
Next week, the Stuttgart Ricebirds will be on the road. They'll be on the road the next 2 weeks, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, two very tough games coming up for the Ricebirds on the road.
They'll travel to Little Rock Mills next Friday, and then the following Friday they'll travel to Lono, Jackrabbit Country. Here come the Ricebirds, 3:51 to go in the ball game. Landon Melnichuk takes, and a little delayed handoff to number 33, Kamarion Pickett.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a loss back to the 35-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. Play took a long time to develop.
Yeah, kind of a low snap that time.
It was.
Kind of threw off the timing, and not much doing for Kamarion there. He's going to have a loss of 5 on the play, but the main thing here is that the clock is still rolling.
You bet. Second down, 15 for the Ricebirds from their own 35-yard line. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Single back standing to the left. Melnichuk, and the snap is between Melnichuk's legs, and it goes back all the way inside the 20-yard line. He chases it back. He was looking back, wondering how strong the pursuit was, whether he needed to try to pick it up or not, and he realized they were coming, so he just jumps on it, and another big loss on this one. Ricebirds gone backwards. They're back to the 21-yard line. They've got to get to midfield for a first down, so they've got forever to go for a first down. 2:40 to go here in this one, and the clock running continuously. Melnichuk, shotgun formation. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Going to hand to Kamarion Pickett, trying to get the corner on the left side. Turns the corner, and they grab him. Almost looked like a horse collar.
Pretty
tackle.
close, yes. Pretty close to it, to horse collar there. But he's going to have about 4 yards. And the Ricebird punt team will come on.
Jack Hossman will come on with that strong breeze at his back.
Boy,
let's see how far he can pump
exactly.
one.
Let's see how far he can kick it here.
Jack is going to be standing at his own 12-yard line awaiting the snap. Clinton is sending their man back, and he's still going back, and he's still going back.
He is.
Number 15, don't have him on my roster.
Let's get a good snap here, and let's see what Jack can do with it. The Ricebirds are probably going to take a 5-yard penalty here.
Take all the time off that they can. They're playing your fight song down there, Brent.
Yes, they are. It's the horse. Ricebird cheerleaders dancing to it, of course. And it's, boy, you know, it's good to hear that late in the fourth quarter when you got the game salted away, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially on a homecoming night, where you had a huge crowd here. You got some class reunions going on and things of that sort, and just a fantastic performance by the Ricebirds.
Hossman standing in his own 8-yard line, takes the snap, puts his foot into it. It's a low knuckleball.
It's going to get a good
it
roll.
hits at about the 38. It's going to be fielded at the 23. Coming back across the 30.
Jackson
and brought
Robinson.
down by Jackson Robinson. What pursuit on special teams.
And I tell you what, Lynn, if number 15 doesn't field that ball might get into the end zone.
Yes.
Boy,
yes.
It took a heck of a Ricebird roll there. And a fantastic punt by Jack. Low, kind of a low and hard, and boy, it took a nice big roll. But boy, Jackson Robinson ran him down in a hurry. As we are now down to 35 seconds and timeout. We have a timeout.
30 seconds.
Don't really know who called it here. So the Yellow Jackets will probably have one more play, and now we wind the clock. They're going to have to snap it one more time.
What was that?
Play clock is at 18 and the game clock is at 24, so they'll have one more snap, and then that'll do it.
Yeah. Everybody's looking at each other. Why did the official?
I have no idea.
Now he says reset the play clock. So that's it. That's the ball game. 10, 9, 8. Clinton's making no sign that they're going to snap it. So that's going to do it as the Stuttgart Ricebirds win homecoming. Final score 42-14 over the Clinton Yellow Jackets. We're back with the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show in 5 minutes.
The Main Hub on South Main in Stuttgart is the place to go for nutritious meal replacement protein shakes and energy teas with delicious flavors. Some favorites are Mardi Gras, the Maddie, and Special K. At the Main Hub, you can also get protein waffles